Okay guys, welcome to this video. This is basically just a overview of my new EA. It's called JAGfx. Any of you guys that have used some of my other EAs like Fred or LACW, this is sort of a hybrid of those two EAs combined. I'm just do this video, just give you a quick run through of how it works and what the different indicators and how it takes the signals, etc. Alright, this is basically a Euro USD 1 hour chart, a daily chart. So I always stick with the longer time frames, 4 hours or daily. It's just a simple candle chart, as you can see, and here is the two indicators I use, which is this one here is the MACD Platinum. It's a custom indicator which I can give you, no worries. All I'm using here is these blue and orange dots, or blue and red dots. So basically when I get a blue one, it's long. When I get a red one, that's short. Blue, red, blue, red, blue. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The indicator below is the QQE advantage, or advanced, sorry. And you got this blue and orange line, and my signals are when the blue crosses down through the orange, that's to go short, and up through the orange go long. There is a bit more to it, but that's the way I've got it set up. So here the last one was a long signal, coincides the blue dot, and once we get these both in sync, that's a signal to go long on that. Once that cross happens, the EA will start going long on the close of that candle. So it has to be confirmed that both of these indicators don't repaint at all. So that's your signals. I'll just pause for a sec. Now I'm not sure whether you're familiar with the concept of Fred and how it works. It's a bit too confusing for me to explain it on a video, but if you go to my website, Accurate Forex Trader, across the top here is a tab called Trading Ideas. Just click on that, and system number one is basically the concept of Fred. So you can just have a read of that, and it explains it all quite clearly. So that's system number one on Trading Ideas at accurateforextrader.com, which is my website. Alright, go back to the chart. Now I'll just JAGfx, there it is. Alright, I'll just explain what some of the inputs are, because anyone gets it. This will just make it easy. The indicators are the top part. MACD Platinum, that's the three settings. It's just the default 12, 26, 9. SF, RSI and WP is the QQE advanced settings. Default is 1, 8 and 3. So that's pretty straightforward. There are two indicators I use. You can play with them, you can change them, it's up to you. The next one is exit. Now this is something I was playing with. I don't really use it. Someone else may play around with it. I've left it on the EA, I don't know why. Basically if you select one in here, it'll close on a MACD cross, and there's your MACD settings, and that's what I use, 6, 12 and 1. If you select 2, it'll close on a platinum MACD cross. Something I don't use, but it's just been left on the EA. So basically I just leave that at 0, so there's no exit method. What else we got here? Now use the hedge. I normally select that to true. What happens there is if we're long in a trade and we get a new signal to go short, if you select true there, it'll automatically start taking trades in the opposite direction and leave your trades in the other direction running at the same time. So you'll have both short and long trades happening. Grid, that's explained in those notes on that website, on my website, exactly what you should put in that grid. Magic number, let's just leave that as is. Maximum cycle. Now when we get a new signal, especially trading off the daily charts, that signal could last for days. So I normally say put 500 in there, and when you read the notes on that website, you'll know exactly what the cycle means the sequence of trades, and here you get a choice first lot or subsequent lots. Now that actually refers to the cycles. So the first cycle, that's your starting position size, 0.3 of a lot, and you can make it smaller or even bigger if you want on the subsequent sequences. That's a mouthful. So the 0.3, because normally when it happens and you get a new signal, when you actually get the signal, that's when it's at its strongest. So you higher probability of knocking that first sequence out, so normally you go with a higher initial entry size. So that's all that does. Trading times, I normally just put it, because it's off the daily chart, so you want the full 24 hours. So I put 00 to 23.59, that covers it. That, if you're trading say off the 5-minute charts or something like that, you may just want to trade the UK session or something, so that's up to you what you want to do there. Now this is where it gets a little bit different. Submit super hedge. Now I've got another hedge. I know it's getting a bit confusing. I'll actually do up a bit of a Word document that explains them all a bit clearer on that. I'm just sort of zipping through this video to give a few people an idea what I'm doing. Now the super hedge, if we were long and we got a complete reversal in signal, what would normally happen is he would start going short, but those long sequence of trades would still be open. Now what a super hedge does is uses another adds an extra trade that's a larger size, a multiplier of the last trade. So if my last trade size was 0.2 of a lot, the super hedge would be, if I selected if I put, like here it's got 3, if my last trade was 0.2, my super hedge trade would be 3 times that, which would be 0.6. And what it does is it opens up a hedge against the direction that's wrong, against their signals, and it will close out that trade at break even, that entire basket at break even. So it's just a safety thing. You don't have to have the super hedge, you can just run it as a traditional Fred without the super hedge, but adding that just gives you some safety. I know it's a little bit confusing, and that multiplier, that's what you multiply the last trade by. So I normally keep it down to 1.5 or 2 or something like that. So that's the signals, the inputs. I know it's a little bit all over the shop. I know what it is, and it's easy for me to explain it, but other people listening to this will be going, what is he talking about? So yeah, it's best to read the notes on the website. As I said, that explains, I hate those pop-up ads, that explains the gist of the whole system, how it works, because it is martingale, so be warned. And that's what that super hedge does, is tries to reduce my risk. So I'll just go back and I'll just show you. So we'll cancel that. So I'll just quickly run through these. I have to put the crosshair up there so you can get rid of that, because I don't think you can see the cursor. So here we've got a red dot and we've got a cross there. So previous to that, there was a blue dot there and there's a cross up there, so it would have been long from yeah, that candle there, which is obviously a go against us. But we would stay long, the sequences would stay long all the way through here, and we'd still be long. Then bang, we get a double signal at the same time, cross and the red dot. So then straight away the EA would go short and it would open the super hedge trade. If we're still in a sequence to the long side, it would close out the long trades eventually and would keep on going short all the way down here. Alright, I'll just bring up the strategy tester and I'll show you. Here's the Euro daily. I'll just show you my settings quickly. Nothing's changed there, no exit. Use the hedge, true. My grid was 10. Multiples, maximum cycles 500. First lot was 0.1, then subsequent was 0.01. Keep them small because this is a 24 hours. Use the super hedge setting of true, alright? So that's a daily, Euro daily, and that goes from the 1st of, 8th August to the 2nd of 12th, which is today basically. So what's that, 4 months? August, September, October, November, 4 months, yep. So I've done this already. It always looks a bit ugly at the start because that first trade it's probably against, but that's fine. Here's the graph, nice sort of steady upward. These bigger ones are the bigger cycles that have closed because of the position size I used. Now see, here was a loss, pretty substantial loss there, a couple other small losses, but it's a nice steady incline. Let's have a look at the report. This is not an accurate test, it's just to give you an idea. Initial deposit 8,500, that's how much I had in the account. It's just a demo. Net profit 1,165, so that's alright. Profit factor 1.73, it's 282 trades. There's your profit and your loss. Drawdown 13.99%, so that was pretty good. So it's a nice steady graph. That's just something I'm playing around with, grid sizes and all that sort of stuff, so it's just to give you an idea how it works and what it looks like. And that's about it for now. That's 11 minutes and 11 and a half minutes, so I don't want to bore you too much. Get to the website, have a look, and I will do up some sort of Word document that explains the settings a little bit more, and I'll tidy up that website. It's a bit all over the place, and I'm in the process of putting all my EAs in some sort of order. So if anyone wants a copy, just drop me a line. There's a contact page, contact details on the website. Drop me a line, I can send you the indicators and the EA, and yeah, I appreciate other people's feedback. Thank you.